When we were kids, we learned how to make paper airplanes. I remember tossing mine to the side, frustrated when they didn't fly as far as I wanted them to. Today, I'm going to teach you how to make the perfect paper airplane. And maybe you haven't made one before. So grab a piece of paper and we'll begin. But before folding that paper, we're going to go over what we're going to talk about today, which is the history of the paper airplane, how it impacts the world today, and how to make the best one. Flying into our first point, we're met with the invention of the very first paper airplane. Though it can be hard to trace the origins of where these came from, we do know that that models derived from ancient China and Japan around 500 BC. Even some evidence points to Leonardo da Vinci using paper to create models of his ornithopter. According to the disciples of flight.com, ancient or modern aviation pioneers also used models for their real-life replicas of airplanes, which then led the Wright brothers to create their very own versions. As we continue to fly through the background, we're led to our next point, which is the impact it's had on our world today. As technology advances and we have easier access, our technology has advanced far more than we would have imagined. But when it began, Wilbur and Orville Wright were the two brothers that successfully invented the very first airplane. According to an article published by History.com, they studied birds and how they were able to fly to create their own concept, which is called wing warping, where they added a movable rudder to their models of their airplanes. After many failed attempts, on December 17, 1903, they successfully invented the very first airplane. This led into the future that we know today, where our top transportation or source of transportation are airplanes. Not only did they solve a common thought and issue, but they also created a whole new world in regards of transportation by opening many opportunities such as trade around the globe, connectivity, jobs, travel, tourism, and effectiveness during disasters. So now we're going to learn how to make a paper airplane. So first, you're going to take your paper long ways and fold it in half hot dog style, keeping the edges as close as you can to each other. Then you unfold your paper so that there's a line down the middle of where you just folded it, taking the top right flap and folding it towards the center line. Then doing the same with the left side. Should look like a little house. Then you're going to fold your paper again, hot dog style, in half, like this. Lay it flat on the table and fold the flaps down towards the edge. This is kind of hard to explain. I thought this was going to be easier. But you fold this part down towards the edge of the paper. Then flip it over and do the same on the other side. So it should look like this. Then you're going to do the same exact thing, folding it one more time down towards the edge on both sides. This is one side. until it looks like this. Okay. Now that we've gone over how to make a paper airplane, the history, and how it's impacted the world today, I hope that when you see an airplane in the sky, you remember this presentation.